My name is Jason Gangware. I'll be introducing Amanda Hulk, who's our MC here today, and then we're going to ask for donors to take the mic and talk a little bit about their experience. So if you want to take a couple of minutes to share your experience of being a donor, then we'd really appreciate that.
My name's Emil Iqbal, IQBAL. I donated in August of 2013.
And what do you know about your recipient?
I know that she's a 4-year-old. She was a 4-year-old girl with acute lymphoblastic leukemia. She's now in remission. She's healthy. I have not met her though.
And so what would you say to someone who had just received a call of their match? Maybe you'd be apprehensive or a little bit scared.
It is much easier than you expect. The pain is minimal. The rewards are maximum.
And then what was the most unexpected thing that happened to you during the whole process?
Yeah, I mean, it was quite easy. Everything was laid out. The match was great. I do have one kind of cool story is that my best friend also got matched a year and a half after I donated. So when I donated, he came down to Georgetown for the surgery, and when he got matched, I went up to Philadelphia for his donation. I gave hope to give someone a second chance.
This is from a young lady who donated to a preteen girl. She says, after I heard I was a match and my recipient was a preteen girl with leukemia, I thought about her every day leading up to my donation. I wondered if she liked Taylor Swift as much as I did, if she was a reader or a Boy Scout, if she loved football or dreamed of her first kiss. I spent the day hoping I was healthy enough to donate. This is wonderful. How selfless, right?
I'm Sarah Calder, C-A-L-D-E-R, and I donated in August of 2016.
And what do you know about your recipient?
He's in his 40s, a male, and lives in Australia and had MDS, I believe. And I received an update a few weeks ago at the 1-year mark that he's doing pretty well, but that's all I heard.
And what would you say to someone who has just gotten the call and maybe have some questions or maybe apprehensive?
It's way less scary than you would imagine. I was extremely nervous and I asked a million questions to so many different people at Bates White. They were so helpful and willing to answer all the questions I had and very patient with me. And it's definitely worth it. Like I said, it's way less painful, way less scary than what I anticipated.
And what was the most unexpected thing that happened during the whole process?
I think just the ease with which everything was figured out and the fact that it wasn't as painful or as scary as I anticipated. And I gave hope because I have the ability to.
Those of you that haven't met your recipients, there are many, many reasons perhaps for that if you want to do it in terms of question and answer, we can do it. We have our struggles, and many times we don't want to share those struggles with our donors, okay? Some of them are more severe than others, and some of us don't make it. And that's very sad. It's very sad. I know Dr. Gonzalez has talked a little bit about that, and certainly it's sad for me as a peer support to lose somebody that I've championed through the whole process. But there's been more outcomes positive than there have been negative. And for that, I am truly grateful. And I am so excited to see everybody here who's as passionate about donating as I am about receiving. So with that, if anybody has any questions, I'd be glad to answer them. I'm thriving right now, to say the least, but I know I'm an old lady, so my longevity isn't certainly there. But as Liz said to me, my donor, she says, Cindy, with the work you're doing with Be the Match and at Maryland, she said, I feel like a piece of me has been passed forward. So I want to tell you all, when you meet your donors or your recipients, please know that they will be passing something forward. Thank you.
Harvey Creasy, I donated Creasey, and I donated December 2015.
And what do you know about your recipient? You know a lot, right?
Yes, he's in his 50s. He's from New York, Long Island, and he has 3 awesome children and a beautiful wife. And his brother actually donated, and his body rejected the transplant. And I guess that's when Be the Match turned to me in 2015, and the rest is good history. I had a lot of questions when I got the call. Being a college student, just logistically, I wasn't sure how it would work with with my studies and other things I had going on in life. But Be the Match was on it. They logistically answered all of my questions, scientifically answered questions I didn't even know I had, and they really assuaged a lot of my fears and anxieties about the process and about the bone marrow that I didn't really know much about until I got the call. So really, there's nothing. They leave you nothing to worry about, and it was all very painless and easy.
Awesome. So what was the most unexpected thing that happened during the whole process?
I think I didn't realize, I never had thought about how it really takes a village, from the people at MCV that did the filgrastim injections to the people at Virginia Tech who did some injections before, to everybody in Annandale, and then all of you guys, and then everybody at the hospital in New York, Northwell Health. There's so many moving parts that all work together, and honestly a lot of luck. But thankfully we did have that luck, and it worked out for the best. I gave hope to a husband, a father of 3, a son, a co-worker, a colleague, and a great person.
So it was January 2015 when I got my surgery. I had just came back from a vacation in Jamaica. They called me while I was in Jamaica. I was like, I can't. But as soon as I get back, it was amazing. I guess one of the things that will forever be mind-blowing to me is that you gave a gift to someone that helped renew their lease on life. To be able to do that is so amazing. As women, one day I'll have the joy of becoming a mom. But for now, this is like me becoming a mom. I'm like, oh my God, a piece of me will forever dwell in you. And I guess throughout this process, one of the things that I noticed that has stuck with me the most is that sometimes God's purpose for us is bigger than just us. And I'm a Christian, and her family is Muslim. I've had the opportunity to meet them. And regardless that we come from 2 different backgrounds and our religions are different, they've always treated me like family. The first day I met her was actually her birthday. I rode all the way to New York to surprise her at her birthday party. Her family was amazing. They cooked everything. They was like, we didn't know what you eat, so we made chicken, we made lamb. They made everything. They have been so awesome and so amazing. And I'm lucky to say that I get to see her and talk to her on a regular basis. I guess what was most exciting for me was for her to go to school for the first time. How excited she was when she called me. She was like, I have friends now. I can go outside. I can talk to people. Because she was so sick, she was always in the hospital, and everything related to her was making sure she didn't get sick. So she wasn't able to have that social engagement, which she needed a lot. And ironically, I'm a social worker, so I knew how much she needed that time with other kids. And so for me, it's so exciting to see her growing and to see her engaging with kids, and so excited about school. She's so smart and so amazing. And unfortunately, she couldn't be here with us today, but I talked to her last night, and she was like, I miss you. And I'm like, oh, I miss you too. You'll see me soon. I just want to thank Be the Match for being so amazing and putting this event for us together to hear other people's story and just having the opportunity to meet one another. Thank you.
We get hope.